You're watching Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in.
All right, chat. What's good, everybody? Tapping on in. Y'all know what's up, man. Like, share, and subscribe as y'all come on in the building, man. I really appreciate all of you guys that are going to join this stream. Y'all already know what it is, man. I salute all of you guys. Man, much love to y'all, man. Y'all know what's up. Man, y'all come on in here, man. Shout out to everybody who supports the channel, man. Make sure y'all follow me on Kick, man. We almost had our goal, man. We got to keep pushing on Kick so we can go live over there, you guys. Y'all don't want to miss that content. Follow us on all our social medias. Links is in the description box below. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting and donating to the channel, to the stream. Everybody that's been in the Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Salute to all of y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to the lady who sent the donation to the Venmo yesterday. I seen your $20 donation. I appreciate you for that donation. Also, I want to shout out right before we get this show started and salute to everybody that's in the building. I want to shout out a couple people who sent donations to the Cash App as well as we get this show started. Let me see what we have. Elegant Creations Event, salute to you. Darius Robinson, salute to you. And also Verna Lisi, salute to you. I appreciate y'all for supporting the channel. Look, man, we got some important business we got to get to in here, man. As Cassie Cassie has Cassie's looking for a restraining order against this guy right here. You guys remember Clayton Howard that's been going around here saying all kind of things, doing these interviews and talking just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Well, he got exposed because I told you guys there's plenty of times on this channel. He got exposed because he wrote this message to Cassie's husband, basically claiming that everything that Cassie has said and accused Diddy of was true. But now this situation has taken a darker turn. Now, for you guys who don't know what happened, Clayton Howard, he basically went on social media the other day, right? And when he went on social media the other day, I'm going to show you what he said when he went on social media. He went on social media, and I think he made the biggest mistake in his. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. He made the biggest mistake in his career, right? I want to say this. This is the biggest mistake that he's probably going to regret. He's probably going to regret that he ever said this, because now that he said this and it's in the books, there is no coming back from this. They're gonna nail his ass, man. I got a bad feeling about this situation. They're gonna nail his ass to the wall. Now, let me show you guys what I'm talking about right as we get into this. Now, this is Clayton Howard and what he said, just to remind you guys of the situation. And this is after Cassie went to court. So for you guys to be caught up, she went to court after Clayton Howard basically has said that, he sued her and Diddy, and, basically said that Cassie wasn't a victim, that she was a perpetrator. Cassie basically filed the paperwork and said, look, this guy's a stone cold liar. He sent my husband a message saying that I was telling the truth. And now he wants to change his story after I got my money from Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Now he wants to change his story and say that I was, a perpetrator as well. Well, Cassie presented the message to the courts and the paperwork, as y'all see on your screen. And then Clayton Howard, after getting exposed as a fraud and a liar, he came out and he said this. And let's play what he had to say.
That you now see all over social media. I'm Clayton Howard. I am the plaintiff suing Diddy and Cassie on these freak-offs that happened all these years ago with the male escorts and all of this stupidness that you now see all over social media. So for the last couple of months, audience, I've been quiet. I'm a law student. I'm not a professional prostitute. I'm not a male escort. All of that is being constantly circulated by the media has something to do with something that occurred in my past over 10 years ago. Audience, Cassie admitted to sex trafficking me. Cassie admitted to lying on me. Cassie admitted to creating an environment that was completely deceptive of the truth of the narrative that what was going on, at least to me. People, by all legal terminology, that's coercion. If she wasn't willing to tell me who she really was and what was going on, people, she was lying to me. She hid her identity for multiple years for the sole purpose of lying to me and convincing me that herself and Sean Combs were husband and wife. So, audience, how can I be a liar if this woman admitted all of this on the stand during a federal criminal trial? Cassie has filed a motion to dismiss. But, audience, Cassie has not disputed any of my allegations. Her motion to dismiss attacks me on timeliness of the allegations, stating that, because it happened X amount of years ago, now it's too late to charge her or seek action against it. Her motion to dismiss tries to use a text message sent by me to her husband, trying to respect her marriage and not blow her up for the cum dumpster she actually is. Now, audience, I'm going to state something for a fact because Clayton Howard is no liar. I most certainly sent that text message to Alex Fine, and it wasn't because Cassandra Ventura is a truthful woman. It was because Alex Fine, being a man who simply was in love with a woman, he had no knowledge of the truth of what really happened with Cassie because he wasn't in those rooms. So out of respect for this guy, I didn't contact him and say, yo, your wife is a cum-catching, cum-dumpster liar. I tried to contact him with a velvet glove, hoping that contacting him favorably would allow Cassandra to reach out to me to explain to me the things that I was hearing in the media. Because, audience, I knew she was lying from the beginning of when I first heard the media reports. Now, audience, you should know something that's really very valid, that the Wigdor law firm seemed to leave out of their arguing that I'm trying to go after Cassie's money. People, I was directed to the U.S. Attorney's Office by the Wigdor law firm. Cassie's a victim of domestic violence. She is. She gets credit for that, people. Diddy beat her. Diddy treated her horribly in his drug-induced state. But he didn't make her sleep with all those black guys, people. She slept with all of those escorts. She slept with all of those black men, those minority men, because the truth of the matter is Cassandra Ventura is a whore. She did this because she is sexually promiscuous and which she actually testified to, she has ability controlling her sexual orders. She's a nymphomaniac from what I believe the transcript said. Audience, I'm not going to go back and forth with the Wigdor law firm trying to use outside media sources to attack my personal life, hoping that that's enough to convince a jury down the line that Cassie was telling the truth to facts she testified to during the federal trial. Audience, you may not like me, but here's the truth. I was victimized by Cassandra Ventura. She lied to me. She lied to dozens of other men for years while she traveled all around the world, not even the country, people, allowing herself to be a cum dumpster for a billionaire who she hoped would marry her at the end of her sacrifice of her soul and body, and it didn't happen. So when she realized that she threw 10 years of her life away and put 1,000,000 miles on her vagina for absolutely nothing, she retaliated against Diddy, she lied to federal prosecutors, and she just injected some of the real domestic violence over there to cover her own criminal conduct and to get revenge on her ex-boyfriend.
Now, that is what he said. So Clayton came out and made that statement. I wanted to play it in its entirety so that nobody can say that we didn't. He made that full statement after Cassie dropped these receipts and said, hey, man, this dude's talked all this trash about me, but he wrote my husband as soon as I came out with my allegations and said everything I said was 100% the truth. Now, all of a sudden, since I got my money from Diddy, he's saying I'm a liar, I'm a sea dumpster, I'm a whore, all this other stuff that he said. I'm a garden tool, this, that, and the third. Well, Cassie has now responded. And Cassie, ladies and gentlemen, is going to legal action against this guy. And I'm finna show y'all what's going on. Shout out to my boy Diddy Docky. Y'all go follow him on X. Get his followers up. He dropped the paperwork. He is great at this right here. So basically, Cassie has informed the court of this video that Clayton Howard put out. She has now went and informed the court of this, you guys. And basically, in informing the court, right, Cassie has basically told the court that this dude basically dropped a video that contained defamatory statements directed at her in her course, as well as explicit threats of violence against her. And now she says she is seeking a protective order, right? Now, here's the paperwork right here, as you guys see right there on your screen. This is wild right here. And I'll read this paperwork to you guys right now, right? So the paperwork says, Dear Judge Wong, we represent defendant Cassandra Ventura in the above captioned matter. We write to bring the court's attention a video posted by pro se plaintiff Clayton Howard to the social media platform X on June, the 7th, 2026. We'll name that the video, they said, which contains defamatory statements directed at Cassie and her counsel, as well as explicit threats of violence against Cassie, Mrs. Ventura. We respectfully request that the court, one, set a briefing schedule for a motion for a protective order prohibiting further extrajudicial statements of this nature, and two, relieve Cassie and her counsel of the meet and confer prerequisite under local rule 7 through 3 with respect to this motion and future motions that Cassie may file in this action. Let's keep going. All right. Hold on, y'all. Let's keep going. All right. Give me 1 second, you guys. All right. Also, it says, number one, the video. And y'all smash the like button if y'all come on in. It's very important, man. She don't went legal now on his ass. In the video, Mr. Howard, that's Clayton, y'all. That's the former escort for Diddy and Cassie. Says in the video, Mr. Howard identifies himself by name. He acknowledges that he is currently suing Diddy and Cassie. And he makes clear that the impetus for his 9-minute diatribe against Cassie and the undersigned Wigder firm is that Cassie Ventura had filed a motion to dismiss in this action. The video contains the following statements, among others. Number one, in yellow print, you see it on your screen. Mr. Howard directly threatened Mrs. Ventura, saying, "Bitch, I'm going to burn you out with fire." And also stated regarding both Mr. Wigder and Mrs. Ventura that he wants to play stupid games. You want to play stupid games? You can win stupid prizes. These constitute true threats of violence. At the bottom of your screen, you see. Confoundingly, Mr. Howard suggests that by filing this motion to dismiss, as you guys can see right here on your screen, by filing this motion to dismiss, that Mrs. Ventura and the Wigder firm have created a dedicated campaign to discredit him, stalk him, harass him. But Mrs. Ventura's motion to dismiss was made pursuant to a briefing schedule stipulation that Mr. Howard himself consented to, and it gets worse. It gets worse. Next, this dude's an idiot, bro. They might lock his ass up. Mr. Howard repeatedly called Cassie a quote-unquote cum dumpster, a quote-unquote whore. Hold on 1 second, y'all. My bad. Hold on 1 second. Damn. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Damn. Hold on. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. I totally forgot. Damn. Totally forgot. Hold on, y'all. Y'all give me 10 seconds. Smash the like button. Give me 10 seconds, y'all. All right, my bad, you guys. My bad. My bad. So, all right. Pick up where I left off. This boy right here, boy, they're gonna lock his ass up. This is why you can't come on the internet and just say anything, bro. You cannot come on the internet and say anything. Not gonna happen. You know? And people cheer on stupidity. They cheer stupidity, y'all. And they're gonna lock this boy up. They're gonna lock Clayton Howard ass up. He keep playing around talking this shit about people. Because I'm gonna tell you something. He's gonna end up being in a situation where he's gonna get his ass locked up for harassment or something like that. I'm telling y'all this. They're gonna mess around, file charge against this cat. I'm telling you. Let's start at the very top. So it says Mr. Howard repeatedly called Mrs. Ventura a quote unquote cum dumpster, a quote unquote whore, and someone who quote unquote put 1,000,000 miles on her vagina for absolutely nothing, end quote, and later lied about being trafficked by Sean Diddy Combs. These statements perpetrate victim blaming mentality and are clearly offensive and harassing. Mr. Howard called Douglas Wigder, the firm's founding partner, a scumbag racist, a baseless smear designed to damage the professional reputation of this firm and its attorneys. The video has been reshared by users with substantial followings on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, YouTube, and picked up by various news outlets. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Are y'all all hearing what I'm saying? Right? Also, right? Hold on, guys. What this thing want? Hold on, y'all. What do this cat want, man? Hold on. What? Hey. Is it up inside? My bad, y'all. So basically, as I told y'all, right? And I'll say it again, right? He gonna mess around and send his ass. He gonna mess around and send himself to prison. I got something else for y'all too. But it says that the video had been reshared by users with substantial followings on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, YouTube, and picked up by various news outlets, including Complex, Hollywood Unlocked, and Ground News. Through this video and others, Mr. Howard started a public campaign to harass, defame, and intimidate Mrs. Ventura and her counsel. This conduct necessitates a judicial intervention. Number 2, the court should set briefing schedule for a motion for a protective order. Boy, this nigga, this is the beginning of them filing charge against this idiot. This is why you can't go around here saying shit like this about people. I'm telling you, man, people ain't playing no more. They're gonna sue your ass. They're gonna get you up out of here, and they're probably gonna press charges on your ass. It says this court has inherent authority. I'm talking. It's in the green now, y'all. I'm reading the green part to protect litigants and their counsel from harassment and intimidation by adverse parties, including through the insurance of a protective order restricting extrajudicial statements that pose a substantial likelihood of material prejudice to this proceeding. Right? Now, as you read at the bottom, right? And they actually linked YouTube videos. This is why I be trying to tell y'all. Did all them niggas talking that shit crazy? Violate the person? I'm talking about, bro, they don't link the YouTube videos in the paperwork. Read it down there. They link the Art of Dialogue. This is my boy. Shout out to my boy, Art of Dialogue. They don't link his video. This one right here, y'all. Now read the bottom of that, what it says right there. It says, the Art of Dialogue, Cassie is a CUM dumpster. Diddy and Cassie, former worker, says Cassie lied to him and he's a victim. This is the video he's talking about. The first one right there on your screen. The first one right there on your screen. Right? That's the video she's talking about. And multiple other videos where this guy went out saying all of these things inflammatory about this woman. Also, it says that, and y'all see it in the pink right there, this conduct is also particularly problematic in light of Mr. Howard's repeated averment, including in the video, that he is a law student who intends to gain admission to a state bar. The California State Bar's moral character guidelines make clear that conduct demonstrating lack of respect for the rights of others and the judicial process and adverse parties in litigations is directly material to the determination of whether an applicant is fit to practice law. Were Mr. Howard already a licensed attorney, the conduct he has engaged in will violate multiple provisions of the California Rules of Professional Conduct and the Business and Professions Code, including RPC Rule 84D, prohibiting conduct prejudicial to the administration of justice, and RPC Rule 8.2A and BPC 6068B, imposing a duty to maintain the respect due to the courts of justice of judicial officers, publicly broadcasting a threat to quote unquote burn out an opposing party, and branding opposing counsel as a scumbag racist is the kind of behavior that runs afoul of these provisions, right? Holding that threatening and harassing communications directed at a party to pending litigation, including those containing profanity, derogatory language, and implicit and explicit threats of violence, violate Rule 8.40. This idiot ruined his own case. You got to be a damn fool to ruin your own case. Let's keep going. The conduct before the court that is beyond the court's confines, right? Issuing a pre-discovery protective order limiting attorney communications with non-party witnesses pursuant to the court's inherent authority to regulate the conduct of attorneys appearing before it, right? And so it goes on. It says imposing sanctions, filing restrictions. Y'all smash the like button. Y'all come on in here too. Where vexatious litigant harassed other parties. We respectfully request that the court set a briefing schedule so that Cassie may formally move for a protective order prohibiting Clayton Howard from publishing harassing and intimidating statements about Cassie or her counsel. We also request that the court relieve Cassie and her counsel of the meet and confer requirement of Local Rule 7.3 with respect to her requested motion for a protective order, as well as for any future motions Mrs. Ventura may file in this action. Local Rule 7.3 requires counsel to confer in good faith prior to filing most motions. That requirement cannot be met here. Mr. Howard's description of under undersigned counsel as a scumbag racist, and his other conduct to date shows that productive communication between the parties is not possible. Requiring counsel to confer with Mr. Howard will be futile and expose undersigned counsel to further harassment and threats. Relief from local rule 7.3 is appropriate under these circumstances. We thank the court for its attention to this matter and are available at the court's convenience to address these issues further. Respectfully submitted. But there's more. And I don't think Clayton knows that there's more, right? Now, I want to play, right? Because once again, right? This is some crazy stuff right here, bro. I'm going to show you guys everything he said. And this is the reason why, when I show y'all this is the reason why he's toast, bro. This guy's toast, man. He is toast. When I say toast, he is toasties. Now, I want to show you guys the full statement of what he said and why they're getting a restraining order against him and why they have demanded the court to give them the restraining order. And he's going to destroy his whole case. They might throw his whole case out because of this, in my opinion. This is just complete stupidity, in my opinion. You want to talk about a way to get your case thrown out, right? Think about this. Now let's go to this, right? Because this is the actual video that Cassie sent to the authority. This is the video Cassie she sent to the authority in the court for this nigga. So let's listen to what he had to say.
I'm Clayton Howard. I am the plaintiff suing Diddy and Cassie.
Hold on. Y'all let me know. Chat, can y'all hear that? Press 1 in the chat if y'all can hear that. If you guys can hear when I hit play, when he spoke, press 1. That way I don't play it and y'all don't hear it. And then y'all don't say, hey, Ticket, we didn't hear it the whole time. Press 1 if y'all can hear that in the comment section. When I hit play on that screen, y'all can hear it? Okay, let's go. Let's go. I just need to make sure y'all can hear that. All right, let's go.
Hello, I'm Clayton Howard. I am the plaintiff suing Diddy and Cassie on these freak-offs that happened all these years ago with the male escorts and all of this stupidness that you now see all over social media. So for the last couple of months, audience, I've been quiet. I'm a law student. I'm not a professional prostitute. I'm not a male escort. All of that is being constantly circulated by the media has something to do with something that occurred in my past over 10 years ago. However, people need things to watch too, especially people who don't like to read and who are ignorant. So you guys who are social media junkies tend to listen to what all of the lying idiots who are racist and biased put whatever before your face simply to try to create stories and narratives to push agendas that may be in the minds or in the overall goal of people who are utilizing these social media outlets. People, I believe Cassie and her legal team have created a dedicated campaign to try to discredit me, stalk me, harass me, whatever it might be. Cassie has filed a motion to dismiss. But audience, Cassie has not disputed any of my allegations. Her motion to dismiss attacks me on timeliness of the allegations, stating that, oh, because it happened X amount of years ago, now it's too late to charge her or seek action against it. Her motion to dismiss tries to use a text message sent by me to her husband, trying to respect her marriage and not blow her up for the cum dumpster she actually is. Now, audience, I'm going to state something for a fact because Clayton Howard is no liar. I most certainly sent that text message to Alex Fine, and it wasn't because Cassandra Ventura is a truthful woman. It was because Alex Fine, being a man who simply was in love with a woman, he had no knowledge of the truth of what really happened with Cassie because he wasn't in those rooms. So out of respect for this guy, I didn't contact him and say, yo, your wife is a cum-catching, cum-dumpster alive. I tried to contact him with a velvet glove, hoping that contacting him favorably would allow Cassandra to reach out to me to explain to me the things that I was hearing in the media. Because, audience, I knew she was lying from the beginning of when I first heard the media reports. Now, audience, you should know something that's really very valid, that the Wigdor law firm seemed to leave out of their arguing that I'm trying to go after Cassie's money. People, I was directed to the U.S. Attorney's Office by the Wigdor law firm. Wigdor sent me to the U.S. Attorney's Office because he knew that Clayton Howard was the guy and that I could verify everything Cassie said.
What he was hoping on is that racism and bias in the use of domestic violence would make my voice and my allegations, I want to say, non-prosecutable. He was hoping that he would be able to work with the corruption of the U.S. Attorney's Office to protect Cassie, even though everyone knows at this point that Cassie is lying. So, people, what happened is the U.S. Attorney's Office leaned on the attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, and this is why myself and Edmund Laurent action was not filed against Cassie, because the U.S. Attorney's Office leaned on Tyrone Blackburn not to sue Cassie until after the Diddy trial, which made the allegations of the true victims of the Diddy freak-offs and the sex trafficking conspiracy of Cassie, Daphne Joy, and Sean Combs, which made those victims, how do I say this correctly, which denied those victims justice. The real victims, the men who were manipulated by Jane Doe, by Cassandra Ventura, the dozens of men who this happened to for years. Many people might want to say that the men aren't victims because the men were paid. People, you have prostituting women every day who say that the men who have been flying them around the country, sex traffic and abuse them, they go to court and they destroy these men's lives. What's the difference with a man who's saying the same thing about a woman who actually testified during a criminal trial to do it? Audience, Cassie admitted to sex trafficking me. Cassie admitted to lying on me. Cassie admitted to creating an environment that was completely deceptive of the truth of the narrative that what was going on, at least to me. People, by all legal terminology, that's coercion. If she wasn't willing to tell me who she really was and what was going on, people, she was lying to me. She hid her identity for multiple years for the sole purpose of lying to me and convincing me that herself and Sean Combs were husband and wife. So, audience, how can I be a liar if this woman admitted all of this on the stand during a federal criminal trial? The Wigdall law firm will do everything they can to try to use outside factors of my past to discredit my current situation. Audience, here's the truth. Cassie testified to sex trafficking me. She testified to every word of my complaint, people. She may not have directly admitted to the allegations of the sexual assault, but people, she even testified to an aspect of that when she lied and said Sean Combs forced her to have sex with someone on her period. Audience, she said that because she knew that was one of my allegations against her before the end of the trial. Cassie Ventura, Douglas Wigdor, and the Douglas Wigdor law firm have known about the allegations of myself and Edmund Laurent for well over 2 years. They've known since, I want to say, at least April of 2025, audience. They've lied. They've worked behind the scene with prosecutors trying to protect the lie that is the victimization of Cassandra Ventura. People, Cassie's a victim of domestic violence. She is. She gets credit for that, people. Diddy beat her. Diddy treated her horribly in his drug-induced state. But he didn't make her sleep with all those black guys, people. She slept with all of those escorts. She slept with all of those black men, those minority men, because the truth of the matter is Cassandra Ventura is a whore. She did this because she is sexually promiscuous, and what she actually testified to, she has ability controlling her sexual orders. She's a nymphomaniac, from what I believe the transcript said. Audience, I'm not going to go back and forth with the Wigdall law firm trying to use outside media sources to attack my personal life, hoping that that's enough to convince a jury down the line that Cassie was telling the truth to facts she testified to during a federal trial. Audience, you may not like me, but here's the truth. I was victimized by Cassandra Ventura. She lied to me. She lied to dozens of other men for years while she traveled all around the world, not even the country, people, allowing herself to be a cum dumpster for a billionaire who she hoped would marry her at the end of her sacrifice of her soul and body, and it didn't happen. So when she realized that she threw 10 years of her life away and put 1,000,000 miles on her vagina for absolutely nothing, she retaliated against Diddy, she lied to federal prosecutors, and she just injected some of the real domestic violence over there to cover her own criminal conduct and to get revenge on her ex-boyfriend. And people, it worked. Audience, I am an advocate against domestic violence. I'm an advocate against women who use the process to break the lives of men who...
I want y'all to hear what he said. He said he is an advocate against domestic violence. Once again, I want y'all to listen to his words, because I have something that somebody put out in the public. I have something that somebody put out in the public. He said, I want everybody to listen to this video. Y'all smash the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. He said he is an advocate, right? Now listen to this. I want you to listen again, right, to this part. This is very important, y'all.
At the end of her sacrifice of her soul and body, and it didn't happen. So when she realized that she threw 10 years of her life away and put 1,000,000 miles on her vagina for absolutely nothing, she retaliated against Diddy. She lied to federal prosecutors, and she just injected some of the real domestic violence over there to cover her own criminal conduct and to get revenge on her ex-boyfriend.
Now, let me say this to the brother in the comments, because I can't let your comment go by. You said, what I'm saying is he's putting for a pretty good argument. He sort of left all the vulgar stuff out, is what I'm saying. His argument is stupid and it's buffoonery, and here's why. The reason why is because, as you see in the court papers right there, he wrote Cassie's husband when Cassie first came out with her claims and said that Cassie was 100% telling the truth, that Cassie was a victim, and that Diddy forced Cassie to do everything. He literally said that in the text message to Cassie's husband. What he didn't know is that Cassie's husband was never going to respond to him. They screenshotted his message. And then once he came out public trying to sue them and defame her name, they dropped his bitch ass message in the courthouse. Period. So when you say, I tell you what lawyer Sleazebag, no, we're not talking about the lawyers. We're talking about what Clayton Howard said. F a lawyer. We're talking about what Clayton Howard said, sir. It's right here on your screen in black and white. Clayton Howard, my brother man, other man, wrote Cassie this message. Her husband. Period. You can't get around it. He's admitted that he wrote this message when Cassie came out with all the allegations. He didn't come out and say, no, that's not true. Cassie wasn't a victim. I saw Diddy. Diddy was beating on her. No, he didn't say, oh, I came. He didn't say, he didn't come out and say Cassie's lying. She wasn't no victim. He didn't say any of that. He didn't say any of that. Yeah, you didn't see that part. So know your role and shut your mouth. This is the problem. A lot of y'all not seeing the truth, and you coming out here running your big fat mouth, and then you getting stir fried. Because what he really said was, and he admitted that he said this. You know why he admitted it? Because they exposed his ass right here in the court paperwork. And they put this in the filing in the court paperwork. Right? You see it right there in yellow? In late 2023, her husband received one such message of support from Clayton Howard. That's what I told you. These niggas be coming on here lying. And then when they get exposed, you talking about, oh, he got a good case. No, he don't. And I'm gonna expose him even more right now. I got some more stuff I'm exposed. Because he say he's an advocate against domestic violence. Well, we're going to see about that right now. We're going to see about that right now. Let's finish listening to what he had to say.
And people, it worked. Audience, I am an advocate against domestic violence.
I am an advocate. Look at this dude. Like a fake ass $2 lawyer right here. Look at this. Audience, I am an advocate against domestic violence. Now, y'all wait for it, because I'm getting ready to drop a Hicker Show Me ether napalm bomb in this joint in front of the whole world. Now, I want y'all to listen to this now. Right? Listen what I'm telling y'all. Peep game now. Peep this. Peep what I'm about to show y'all. Audience, I'm an advocate. Listen very closely, y'all. This is where you separate the cap and who's telling the truth and who's keeping it real from a nigga just clout chasing and lying. This is where you separate it. Right here. Now, let's get this back up.
Side media Diddy. She lied to me. She lied to dozens of other men for years while she traveled all around the world, not even the country, people, allowing herself to be a cum dumpster for a billionaire who she hoped would marry her at the end of her sacrifice of her soul and body, and it didn't happen. So when she realized
that, sir, you saying stir frying nobody, you getting stir fried. You just admitted that you didn't know anything about the message, so you got cooked already. But I'm finna cook you again about this guy. Don't worry about it. I got something else that y'all ain't heard that I'm about to just remember. He said, ladies and gentlemen, I am an advocate against domestic violence. Just remember that comment, because I'm about to play something for y'all.
That she threw 10 years of her life away and put 1,000,000 miles on her vagina for absolutely nothing. She retaliated against Diddy. She lied to federal prosecutors, and she just injected some of the real domestic violence over there to cover her own criminal conduct and to get revenge on her ex-boyfriend. And people, it worked. Audience, I am an advocate against domestic violence. I'm an advocate against women who use the process to break the lives of men who have hurt them and to seek revenge against them. My ex-girlfriend is one of those people, and I am ready to litigate and argue against any podcaster, anybody who wants to come at me with that. People, I can totally prove that I am the victim of cyber stalking and intimate partner stalking for the last 5 years. The entire reason that I'm in law school is because of a very young woman now who is lying to the attorney of Cassie, hoping that she can sabotage my civil action against Cassie, and I get no return from what's going on. People, my ex-girlfriend is doing this because it's a nightmare for her ex-boyfriend to begin to get any type of resources that would take him out of the sphere of her being able to harass him. People, you all understand what I'm talking about. Everybody knows that there has been a partner out there who has been so obsessed with their ex that they have done everything they can to sabotage everything that could happen positive or good in that person's life because they can't move on. People, this is what happened with my ex-girlfriend, and you don't have to believe me. There's a bunch of evidence that substantiates it. Anybody who chooses to support this lie, I'm going to tell you straight the hell up, people. I can prove what I'm saying, that she's lying. You're going to end up in civil court. That's what's going to happen. I don't want to sue you. I got a bunch of things going on with my life. But if you falsify a narrative, if you promote a false narrative that I can factually prove is incorrect, you are liable and you're going to be held accountable. A lot of you might think out there that media privilege is going to protect you. Not in this one, audience, because the factual record concerns the truth. You can do whatever you want from this point forward. But Cassie, Douglas Wigdor, let me tell you something. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And barking up that door of my lying ex-girlfriend is going to destroy the credibility of your whole case. And remember, I told you that. Remember that that woman is a pathological, documented perjurer with multiple orders of protection against her. So you can do whatever you choose to do. You can keep going with the lying narrative to help this woman continue her 5-year campaign of revenge against the guy who broke up with her. Or you can try to focus on the issues before Cassie and try to prove that the allegations of my Fourth Amendment complaint are a lie. See, that's what you really need to do, Wigdor, Log Firm, and Cassie. You need to prove that the allegations that you sexually assaulted me and sex trafficked me for years while lying to my face are false. And you can't prove that, Cassie. So you continue to make a bunch of smoke. Bitch, I'm going to burn you out with fire, Cassie. You're a lying cum dumpster, and your lawyer is a scumbag racist. He wants to play stupid games. You want to play stupid games, you can win stupid prizes. I'll see you in court.
Now, that was his statement. All right? That was his statement. Now, remember, he said he's an advocate against domestic violence. He said that his ex basically lied on him. Right? That's what he said. He said his ex lied on him. Right? I'm not telling you stuff that he didn't say, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not telling you anything that he himself did not say. Now, somehow, what I'm about to show y'all is public information. Somehow, what I'm about to show y'all is public information. And somehow, this is posted in the public under a Clayton Howard account. I don't know if this is his or whose, but it says under Clayton Howard. Right here. Right? And these are some audio files. Now, here's the thing. Let's press play. Hold on, you guys. Can I hit play?
Manipulating me for years, and this is how our relationship is, and it just fucking sucks. Like, I'm really sorry. I don't know what I can do about it.
Do you know how uncomfortable I am now? I was uncomfortable with you coming, and I've never been uncomfortable with you coming to my house. Because I wasn't uncomfortable till you was on the way here. Like, damn, this fucking lady got my address now. If this chick don't come home and she don't get mad, she want to come and act stupid in front of the house, I might have to fucking violate her, and I don't want to do that shit.
You might have to what? Now, didn't this guy say he was an advocate against domestic violence? Ain't that what he just said? I'm saying, he said he wants to sue people, this and the third. Okay, cool, no problem. Didn't you just say you're an advocate against domestic violence? Let's go ahead and check your statement again. Let's check your statement again. I have to make sure about this, y'all. Hold on one second, y'all. Tell me what he says, y'all.
Absolutely nothing. She retaliated against Diddy. She lied to federal prosecutors, and she just injected some of the real domestic violence over there to cover her own criminal conduct and to get revenge on her ex-boyfriend. And people, it worked. Audience, I am an advocate against domestic violence. I'm an advocate against women who use the process to break the lives of men who...
I am an advocate against domestic violence. That's honorable. That's honorable, brother. That's honorable. I would like you to explain your comments here. I would like you to explain.
Because I wasn't uncomfortable till you was on the way here. Like, damn, this fucking lady got my address now. If this chick don't come home and she don't get mad, she want to come and act stupid in front of the house, I might have to fucking violate her. And I don't want to do that shit, yo. Because if she come here acting stupid...
Hold on, Clayton. You said you were willing to debate anybody. I just want to ask you, what did you mean when you said this?
Do you know how uncomfortable I am now? I was uncomfortable with you coming, and I've never been uncomfortable with you coming to my house. Because I wasn't uncomfortable till you was on the way here. Like, damn, this fucking lady got my address now. If this chick don't come home and she don't get mad, she want to come and act stupid in front of the house, I might have to fucking violate her. And I don't want to do that shit, yo. Because if she come here acting stupid, I'm going to curse her.
Now, what did you mean when you said violate her? Did you mean you said curse her out? Did you mean physically, verbally? I need to, we want to know. Inquiring minds would like to know.
How uncomfortable I am now. I was uncomfortable with you coming, and I've never been uncomfortable with you coming to my house. Because I wasn't uncomfortable till you was on the way here. Like, damn, this fucking lady got my address now. If this chick don't come home and she don't get mad, she want to come and act stupid in front of the house, I might have to fucking violate her. And I don't want to do that shit, yo. Because if she come here acting stupid, I'm going to curse her the fuck out. And I don't want to. Yes, I am. Your mother get in my face about some stupid shit, I'm shutting her down. I'm shutting. That's strike 2. She's not going to get a strike 3. Fuck that. And if you got a problem with that, that's it. I don't need to go to counseling. Your motherfucking curses me out. Man, she cursed me out again. Watch what I do. I promise you, on my mother. Your mother say some fucked up shit to me, I'm violating her. Fuck your brothers. They want to fight. It is what it is. She's not disrespecting me again.
Play that back again.
I didn't do shit to her the other day to deserve that shit.
Now, once again, I'm not going to put words in Clayton's mouth. I would like Clayton to explain what he meant when he said, I'm going to violate her. And if the brothers want to fight, I'll fight them too. That's all I want to know. Hold on.
You don't have to fucking be with me, little girl. You know I'm right. What did I do to her mother? Get in my face about some stupid shit. I'm shutting her down. I'm shutting. That's strike 2. She's not going to get a strike 3. Fuck that. And if you got a problem with that, that's it. I don't need to go to counseling. Your motherfucking curses me out. Man, she cursed me out again. Watch what I do. I promise you, on my mother. Your mother say some fucked up shit to me, I'm violating her. Fuck your brothers. They want to fight. It is what it is. She's not disrespecting me again. I didn't do shit to her the other day to deserve that shit. You don't have to fucking be with me, little girl. You know I'm right. What did I do to her the other day? To come in here, yeah, nigga, fuck you, nigga. What did I do? Nothing. Oh, I was on the phone with you and you was aggravated. Fuck her. That don't got nothing to do with her. That don't got nothing to do with her. That was you. Come on, man. That got nothing to do with her, yo. And we arguing because of what I'm saying right now. That's the crazy shit. What I'm saying right now, the problem is why we arguing. And you just like, well, what do you want me to do? What I want you to do? Oh my, yo, I'm gonna be truthful. I'm at a point where I don't know what the fuck you could do. Because you're not gonna do what you should. You don't have to be.
Nothing that I
Listen,
can do.
You don't have to be.
Beat me up. That's what you want.
No, I don't. I want the shit to stop.
Yo, I didn't start this shit, and I'm paying for it. You cheated on me because of my mother. This is the shit that I'm paying for. I didn't start none of this shit, but I'm paying for everything. I'm paying for what my grandmother did because I told her your address. Like, that's the only thing.
You know what's sad? Hold on, I want you. You don't even realize that. You know what's sad about you? And you know why I'm starting to think that I don't want to be with you? Look what your grandmother did a couple of months ago with my daughter. Look what she did. And you begged me to forgive her. You begged me. It took some time, but you cannot deny it. Once I'm sitting in your grandmother's house, I talked to her like I didn't like what she did with my daughter, but for the most part, I've been better with your grandmother than I was after what your mother did, and you cannot deny that. I didn't talk to her for a couple of weeks, but I started going back there. We started having interactions again. It started being cool. Until what? Until something else happened. Like, damn, come on, yo. Come on. I actually did it, and look what she did the other day. Like, how the fuck am I wrong, yo? Now, if I had stayed away from her, I wouldn't have been in the same position I was the other day. But I tried to forgive. I tried to be open. I tried to embrace her because I really loved your grandmother. Your grandmother was very sweet to me, even though it was a fucking act. I appreciate the act because I needed it at that time. I'm not a fucking sucker or a lame nigga. I know when something is going on. Okay, they played me, but you know something? I needed that. Maybe God put them next to me to play me for you.
just to give me the support I needed because I didn't have no real people around me. Despite what you think, my mother and her family were not close. They all came there acting like they supported her, but she had 4 sisters that never came to that fucking church to do nothing. I don't have aunts and uncles like that. So when your mom and them played like they was nice, sweet Christian women and loving and all this, they had a great facade. They got me. I needed that. I'm not even mad at them for that shit. I'm mad at the other shit they doing. Like, all right, boom, you did that shit, fine. We came back from Florida, your mother did that, cool. Why did she do all the other stuff, yo? Come on. We already had that thing. You was dead fucking wrong in Florida. If anything, if I had did that to your mom and I came back from Florida, if I wasn't strong enough to apologize, the minimum I would have did was been incredibly courteous and nice to her. The minimum. I wouldn't have handled it like she handled it. And you remember when we first came back, I was really waiting for your mom to apologize. Every week that went further, you probably put it out your mind because you tend to remember things towards. You should have told your mother you don't want to go home. Yeah. And her father was this for you to tell her that my son didn't do nothing to your mother. Why? Okay, did that. Completely validated my cause of your unhappy. Dude, I'll even give her a hug, but I'm not your relationship with a woman.
No, everybody's not mature. That doesn't
and that's
heal.
The excuse. And that's the excuse.
It's not fucking no, but I'm trying to get down to the bottom of it.
Okay. I don't even want to get to the bottom of it because why would such foulness go into her mind? What did I do to your mother for such foulness to go into her mind immediately?
You're talking to the wrong
man, get out of here, man. But you want me to have a conversation with this fake ass woman?
I
no.
have a conversation
No.
in a mediatory setting. That's exactly what I wanted.
Once somebody snakes you, always a snake.
So we would stop arguing.
We not, because you want to keep defending your mom and them. That's the problem.
That's an issue. No,
that is our problem.
Want to have a conversation.
That's our problem, Francina. You're going to keep excusing away what they did. That is the problem. Normal family situation. They're fucking super open.
Yeah, so what's the verdict, Francina? What we gonna do?
I don't know.
Hey, Francina, it's over. It's okay, baby. It's all right. It's 100%. It's all right.
I'm telling you don't care.
I don't care. Francina, what am I supposed to do? I ain't did nothing to your mama. I'm like, come on.
Are you even sad?
Am I sad? I am more sad than you can know right now. You have no clue how sad I am. That not only on your aspect, that she would have went and did some two-faced snake ass shit like that to me. I have not done anything to your mother but not talk to her. And I don't think from not talking to somebody, you should be going trying to file false police reports and jam somebody up. I haven't done it unless you telling them that I'm trying to hurt you or something.
I didn't tell her anything. She came in my room. You didn't even know she came in my room. She came in my room. She tried to get on the phone.
Okay, but even if she did,
please leave it out of it. I said I'm having a conversation.
Did you give my grandmother?
Talk to him.
Did you give your grandmother? What? Did you give your grandmother the address here?
My mother gave it to her.
Your mother couldn't have gave it to her because your mother had to get it from somewhere, Francina. So where'd they get the address from?
Baby, they got the address
from you.
Baby, she harassed me for
baby,
it. Like, I didn't give it.
Why are you so against me? You know what's being,
I'm not against you. She harassed me for that address. She said I don't feel safe.
Please, just hear me out. You have been coming at me hard. Like, I am nuts.
You care.
I do care. I didn't hurt that much. Your grandmother's on the phone. She's telling me that I abuse you. That, nothing to you, but just to ask you for the dog that you know I was going to do something with. Your grandmother's on the phone. She's telling me that I abuse you. That, what did she say? I actually... Like, it was really crazy, some of the stuff your grandmother...
Why are you answering my grandmother's calls?
I actually called her back to thank her for telling me what your mother was trying to do. Because I realized she wasn't trying to start shit. She actually was just telling me because she didn't agree with it. And the only way they would reason... And I think
now they're best friends and my mom is happy now. Like,
yeah, I know she's happy because now they got you all to themselves. That was the whole point of it.
But I don't want this.
The only reason your mother got a problem with me is because she can't use me to control you no more. Because you know I ain't did nothing to your mother. Your mother has no reason to have a problem with me other than the fact that I stopped talking to her.
I didn't think I do.
So if that's how she want to do, that's on her. Exaggerating some stuff to your grandmother, Francina. Because she said
exaggerating what?
She said some things to me. She said I abused you.
I said, I abused you, really? Oh, you abandoned her on the holidays. You ain't spending no holidays with her. I said, I spent every holiday with her. What are you talking about? I just
because on New Year's.
I said, the
and
only
it's
holiday.
like they didn't want me to spend New Year's with you.
And
I said, I was talking to him. She's like, well, you didn't know where he was at.
I was fucking home. You know where I was at.
Right. But because I didn't divulge that we were even talking, it's like they need to know every single detail. And like, this is the stuff I've been going through.
So now.
Do you understand?
So she tells me I abandoned you on the holiday. I said, what are you talking about? I said, Christmas? You called us all day. And I said, honestly, I had to work. I said, Miss Maxine, do you think if I loved your granddaughter and you wanted me to marry her, wouldn't you want me to take care of her? She said, absolutely. I said, how am I going to do that if I don't make no money? Absolutely, because I was on crutches so damn long, I didn't do none of the reports. 11 o'clock when you demanded us coming here. What about New Year's? I said, New Year's, she didn't want to see me. I tried to see her. I didn't even want to get involved in that. I just want to spend time with you. All night on New Year's. They did not want to fuck. Did I not say that to you? You know what they say? Do I really try to keep you on the phone all night? No. I stay on.
You tell me you didn't say some of the stuff you said. Start again. Go ahead. Your grandmother had this vision of me and you being a happy couple.
You're really going to record me?
I just need to, because I know later you're going to tell me that you didn't say what you're going to say. So don't think about it. Just keep going. It's fine. We need to be truthful. We need to just put things out. And I don't want to say something and then later
you're not sitting here recording me. You're not a fucking cop. Like, this is not court.
We need the
not one of your court cases. This is not.
It's not. But I'm just tired of the things being confused.
No,
we need to be clear.
Okay.
So your grandmother felt away because she had this happy vision of us being together. Yes. And that vision was messed up because I found out I had a daughter that I wasn't even dealing with. Me. Okay.
You were dealing with the girl. You slept with her.
Yeah, I was, but I wasn't dealing with her. Anytime I was dealing with she was before.
Did you tell Nanny about that?
Why should I have to? You told her about that. You told her.
I didn't tell her, but first time the girl's probably not mine. The girl's probably
mine. You see the things I was saying happening, being blocked, all that, blocking me and stuff. But the whole time I kept you aware, right or wrong.
Yes, you kept me aware.
I did. So now, if your grandmother comes through and says that, because from what she said,
she didn't know. Obviously,
you and I was not dating during that time.
Like,
I said, Francina wouldn't even date me.
But she was.
Huh?
But she was a possible.
You clearly had I know what dramatic irony means, but let's have
me out. You said, get the fuck out.
Her yourself.
You so you had your own house and you said we were done.
Hold on, stop. Yes, I did. Hold on, your grandmother didn't know we were done. When you text me for that piece,
forgot about the conversation.
No, come on. No, even though you didn't say a word.
You said something like you didn't.
You realize
because I'm trying to.
You're making excuses for them about that shit. Other than tip you to the fact that you told.
Nothing but good to Dior since she got here.
Because see, you remember I since because I was. You think it's the family man they love. It's not. It's not that.
I don't understand how you're comparing. And you don't know how people. You don't.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's always about you.
You don't take
you let
social
me walk
cues
into
and you
some shit
swear
where
you
somebody
don't.
suspected her enough to tell. It was your. Listen, what kind of man am I? If I got her on the phone this late, I said, "What are you talking about?" Your granddaughter called me. Yo, Francina, have we not had conversations about the fact that you want to stay on the phone with me so long I can't get up for work late? Do I really try to keep you on the phone all night? No, I stay on the phone because I love you and I don't want you to get off the phone sometime. And I like hearing your voice. So yes, we used to stay on the phone till 2, 3 o'clock. We don't always stay on the phone this late. Some nights we might stay on the phone a little late. On you 2, 3 o'clock in the morning trying to keep. What the hell are they even talking about?
Her first time she came, she was like,
I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to talk to her. Now she want to talk to me to try to start an argument. I told your brother this, and I'm gonna tell you. Your mother get in my face on some stupid shit, I'm gonna violate her. Them start an argument. I told your brother this, and I'm gonna tell you. Your mother get in my face on some stupid shit, I'm gonna violate her. Them niggas gonna want to kill me. I told your brother this, and I'm gonna tell you. Your mother get in my face on some stupid shit, I'm gonna violate her. Them niggas gonna want to kill me. Because she don't know who the fuck she playing with. She to try to start an argument. I told your brother this, and I'm gonna tell you. Your mother get in my face on some stupid shit, I'm gonna violate her. Them niggas gonna want to kill me. Because she don't know who the fuck she playing with. She thinks she tough. She tell you. Your mother get in my face on some stupid shit, I'm gonna violate her. Them niggas gonna want to kill me. Because she don't know who the fuck she playing with. She thinks she tough. She thinks she gonna get here and do all that cursing and screaming in my face. She's not. And she don't got no reason to treat Clayton like that. Why? Because I stopped talking to you because you did something to me. That's fucking crazy. If you was
she didn't like the way you were talking.
So she didn't like the way I was talking. She didn't. So, Francina, how was I talking to you tonight? Was I disrespecting you tonight, or was I actually talking and communicating with you?
No, it's just that I was loud.
Okay.
So did you bother to tell her that you were screaming at me? I wasn't
business
actually
plan,
screaming at
even
you.
though I contribute, huh?
So did you bother to
I
tell?
said, let me handle the phone call. I said, we are having a conversation. This was a private conversation going pretty good twice. I said, because she was saying whatever she was saying, and anything. My mother called you.
Did your mother file a police report on me?
No.
The grandmother said that your mother filed a police report on me and used my address because she gave her my address. And she said that I should be careful. Your grandmother said that. So if your mother did that, one, we got to make clear.
She didn't do that.
Hold on. We got to make something clear. Am I harassing you?
No.
Okay. Have I threatened to hurt you or beat you up in any way?
No, Cleo.
Have I made an attempt to come to your house in any way?
No, Cleo.
Okay. So what reason does your mother have to go?
I have no idea, and I think she honestly just said that to get a reaction.
Well,
my mother would not do that.
I gotta be honest with you.
Brenton spoke to her.
I gotta be honest with you.
You're not gonna put anything past anybody.
Nah, that is some bullshit. I gotta be honest with you, baby. It's probably best that we do. I'm never gonna let that woman get within 2 feet of me. That was some dirty shit. I didn't do anything to her just now. Just like I didn't do anything in Florida when she told me she didn't give a fuck about my mother being dead. The one good thing that happened tonight is that you might now actually. Hello?
Yeah, Clayton.
Hey, Miss Maxine, I appreciate you.
I guess I'm just calling to say goodbye because
Thank you. No problem.
I know I'm going to have my 4th heart attack.
No,
I'm not feeling well.
Don't do that, Miss Maxine. You okay?
No, it's okay.
You okay? Seriously, no.
Heart attack.
Don't do that. Seriously, I'll take you to. No, don't say that. Seriously, I'll come to your house right now. You serious?
No, I don't want you to come to my
No,
house.
don't do that. Don't do that.
Can't take no more.
Don't do that, Miss Maxine. Come on. It's not that serious. Come on. It's not that serious.
I told
It's
you
not.
I would
It's not.
pay
Please.
you for the dog.
It's not that serious. I've been talking to your granddaughter calmly. I thought everything was fine. I didn't rush and take the dog back. I know she attached to the dog. So I haven't even tried to take no dog back.
My daughter, that's why she never said nothing. She didn't know. She didn't know.
She didn't know what?
No, so I told about your baby.
About my baby. What about her?
About the little baby you had.
Oh, okay. So what?
She didn't know about it. That's how come she was smiling to you and everything. She didn't know.
That's how she was smiling to me.
No, she didn't know.
But that's not her business. It's not her business.
What?
It's not even her business. I never had no baby in Francina. So why is that her business?
No, you have it while you dating her daughter.
No, I've been had that baby. Like that was before Francina. And Francina know that. With somebody.
I know, but I know about the mentality of gangs and groups. I know about that.
What are you talking about?
They turn you against your family.
Who turned you against your family? What are you talking about?
I'm telling you.
Well, who? How? Because my mother and me are the only 2 members of our family. You didn't even know me before my mom died. Understand, my mother. Miss Maxine, you got a lot of sense. I've always loved you for.
And me and my little children, I put in my arms and I would run.
That's your exact word. I understand that, but why would something happen to her? I haven't threatened her. I haven't tried to hurt her. I'm not.
Invested all my time in her.
Why would something happen to her?
Want to be here.
But why would something happen to her?
Because
she hasn't
I've
been threatened.
invested all my time in her.
I understand that, but why would something happen to her? I haven't threatened her. I haven't tried to hurt her. I'm not doing nothing to her.
But you call her 12 o'clock at night. She doesn't get any rest.
Excuse me, Miss Maxine. I have a full-time job. I got to be on site at 6 o'clock in the morning. Hold on. You think I call her late night? Francina calls me late night and keeps me on the phone all night. That's the God's honest truth. Like tonight, she called me. She kept me on the Miss Maxine. I gotta be at work. I'm a construction project manager. I have to be on site by the time the guys clock in by 6 o'clock in the morning. Your granddaughter keeps me on the phone at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I stay on the phone because I love her and I just don't want her to hang up and think that I don't want to talk to her. But I'm not.
She thinks somebody's over there.
She know nobody ain't here. She know that. She do know that. She FaceTimes me. She know nobody in here.
Why would she think?
Because she says she loved me. She just want to see me. And me and her talk on the phone. And I don't want to get off the phone with her because I love your granddaughter. We talk about great things. And I got to go to work in the morning. She works from home. I drive into the city, which takes me about an hour and 10 minutes to get to work. but I stay talking to your granddaughter on the phone to show her I love her and I have time for it. I told her, I said, Francina, Miss Maxine, do you realize I didn't work for a year?
I have family.
Do you realize
Facebook.
I didn't work for a year and a half because of my injury? Like, I got a career. I want to marry I wanted to marry your granddaughter. How am I going to take care of her if I don't go to work? I got to work on my career. I work in construction project management. I don't just call the cops on me. Disrespectful? Like, I don't get it. I've never disrespected your daughter. Never. She cannot tell you that I've raised my.
You're talking about Florida and all that kind of stuff.
No, I'm talking about period.
I went to Francine said y'all were talking about Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Some mess. I went to Florida to keep everything cool.
It didn't work.
And it's still Florida. I didn't want.
When you love somebody,
Francina.
I love Francina. I do not want to be with Francina.
You better tell her.
Listen to me.
Tell her the
I need
truth.
you to. The truth is, I love her and I want to be with her. And we've actually been talking about getting married. I love Francina more than any woman I have ever loved. She loves her mother. I would never come between a relationship with somebody and their mother, and I just lost mine. She has to make the decision to calmly.
She has to make a decision who to choose.
She don't got to choose nobody. It's not. It shouldn't even be a choice.
Mother or you.
It shouldn't be a choice. It shouldn't be a choice.
That's what. If she's making a choice, it's going to be you
no,
or her mother.
No, it's not a choice.
I don't want to win.
You would win.
But
it's stop dating her. I would stop dating her.
Did you tell her to come over to your house tonight?
I did. Yeah, actually, I said, yo, if you want to get out the house, she started screaming, saying she hate her life, bugging out, and hung the phone up.
Yeah.
Then she called me back, screaming at me.
Just came shopping some food.
Like, I'm tired of fighting. I don't believe that I should be fighting with no woman because their mother don't respect me. If your mother don't respect me for something I did, I'm not going to give her more of a reason to disrespect me by disrespecting her. I don't say anything to her. But that didn't even work. Even me staying away from her did not work. So the only thing possible for me to do is do what she wants and not date her daughter. If her daughter doesn't value our relationship enough, at least not to choose me over her mother. Because Francina's been on the phone telling me for days she loved me and she want to work it out. She want to go to counseling. She sent me some link to pay $300 for the month for us to go to counseling. And I was going to pay for it because I love your granddaughter.
She wants to go to counseling?
Yeah, she sent me all this. She's telling y'all she don't want to be with me. We just need to be clear.
Or the attachment. You need to meet somebody.
No, they can have a granddaughter's telling you that. We should call her. Because I ain't abusing. I ain't abusing Francina. That's
you see what you said?
I'm asking
you. I told you that you are abusing her. I didn't even say
how? But
you
how?
make up stuff.
How am I?
You make up stuff.
I am not making up.
You don't even know you be making up stuff.
What am I making up? Tell me what I made up.
I said that you are abusing her. I didn't say that.
You just said she don't have to tolerate the abuse. That's what you said.
Yeah.
Okay, what abuse?
Like you're not showing up on important dates.
Important dates because I didn't show up on Christmas.
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve. I wasn't invited New Year's Eve. I wasn't invited New Year's Eve. And the only holiday I've ever missed with Francina is the holiday. I didn't even miss that one. I just didn't come to your house. But I saw her for Christmas and the day after that. So what holiday did I really miss with Francina? I have no idea. I didn't come to your house on Christmas, but I've seen her every holiday.
Bus stop. I was going to have to ride all the way to Staten Island.
Hey, this is going to take me an hour and 30 minutes. At the house, I had to work. You said you needed her to cook. I tried to send her to.
I'm telling you, I don't think that you're a good match.
It's all right, no problem. You know? Is that's how you feel? You feel that way based off things she told you that I didn't even know.
No, there's okay. no talk.
That's okay.
We don't talk about you.
Okay.
It's how you act.
How
the way
I
you
act?
treat her.
How do I treat her?
You treat
how am I treating her bad?
The way you treat her, she's like somebody you put in a closet somewhere and take her out when you want to.
Really? How do I do that? Explain to me. How do I do that?
I don't know how you do it.
I take your granddaughter everywhere. I take your granddaughter everywhere. That's a lie. I take your granddaughter everywhere with me. Everywhere. What do you? I don't know where you're getting your information from, but it can't be valid.
From her. Not from her.
I think you are. I think she's telling you something else. Because that's not true. Your granddaughter has gone everywhere with me. I don't hide your granddaughter. I don't hide her from nobody.
Why don't you marry her and do the right thing?
Then
you
why
don't need money. You don't need money to get married.
Then why won't y'all give me the chance? Why is her mother?
Just go ahead and marry her. Do the right thing. Take her away. Take her away.
She got to say yeah. Do you even know? You know what? She probably ain't even told you, has she? You know something? I can't win because your granddaughter ain't told you the truth. I already tried that. She told me she ain't ready for that. She need time.
No,
she
you asked her. No, you asked her to come live with you.
No, I didn't.
She told
no,
she told me.
No, that's not true, Miss Maxine. I can't argue with that. I need to go to dinner with you.
You had that.
Find out to make sure that baby was mine. Your granddaughter saw me texting the woman. The woman wouldn't even talk to me. I'm not trying to bother her, Maxine.
Give her a rest.
I can promise you that. Your granddaughter.
Yeah, I don't know important dates. That's
Miss Maxine, really great mom, and I'm just trying to be a better person. I don't want to sit here and fight with nobody that I don't have to fight with. Honestly,
I'm not fighting. I called you.
You called me and you warned me.
Thank you for listening,
and I appreciate it. Because I
I
realized
don't know
why you called
granddaughter. If I know one thing, if she leaves the house tonight, maybe she can leave tomorrow. But if she go out the house tonight, I know that it's going to be a scene. And you know, I gave Laura your correct address because she doesn't have it.
Laura,
10th Street.
I do not live on, and that's another thing, Maxine. Like,
that's the first lie.
Why do you gotta do all of that? Like, seriously.
That's the first lie that she ever told me.
And she definitely did, because that is not my.
I'm going to get a message to her and tell her that's the first lie she ever told me. She's jeopardizing her life. I'm going to go now.
I ain't trying to hurt her.
I'm just telling you now.
I ain't trying to hurt that girl. Why is she jeopardizing her life?
If you tell somebody the wrong address, you don't want them to know.
Trying to hurt her.
I'm going to tell her mother that I gave her the wrong address and to just don't let her out the house. And I'll be there when she gets up.
I'm going. No problem.
Now, let's go here. And anytime Clayton's wanting to come up and debate this, he said he's willing to debate it. Hey, ain't no thing but a chicken wing on a string from Burger King. Now, I do want to play this. Let's get into what he said on the Art of Dialogue. This is the video that Cassie put in the, restraining or protective order from this dude in that write up to the court. Here's the video she's talking about right here, y'all. Right here.
Gonna face charges? I do. I 100% feel like.
Here we go. This is the video Cassie put in the paperwork today or yesterday.
Do you feel like Cassie should have faced charges?
I do. I 100% feel like she should have been held more culpable than she was. I'm not saying she should go to prison. And I'm kind of being biased saying she shouldn't go to prison because she got 3 kids, because Diddy got 7 kids. You understand what I'm saying? So to use the children as an excuse why she shouldn't go to prison kind of makes me feel like I'm being unfair to him, because he has children to raise too. If he was going to go to prison, she should have went to prison too. The woman slept with 30-something men. Come on, 30-something men is not an accident.
You read the letter that she wrote to the judge?
I heard parts of her letter, to tell you the truth, and people was like, oh, you should read her letter. But reading her letter and hearing the parts, I'm saying, excuse me, because I didn't read it, but hearing the parts I heard about her still having nightmares, and all of this, and all of the little few things I say, because I can't even say all of this, that's an expression. I heard a few things, like she said she was having nightmares and the trauma that was impacted on her life, she's going to feel it for years. But the truth of the matter is she made the decision to undergo that trauma.
No, well, that's not what you said to her, though, Clayton. And Clayton, this is why I would debate you anywhere, anytime, any place. You can come up here and I'll debate you, because in the court paperwork, you wrote Cassie, and you admitted that you wrote this letter. And when you wrote this letter, you also said in that paper, Clayton Howard is no liar. But then you go on to say that you lied to Cassie's husband. Make it make sense. You said Clayton Howard is no liar, but then you went on to lie. Now, let's look at that paperwork right there. It says, this is going to be weird. Look at this, y'all. But it's something I've wanted to do for years. As I live with my own guilt and regrets, I know your wife's truth is 100% valid, as I'm sure you did as well. I would have come forward, and I'm glad she got some form of justice. I personally saw that guy do a lot of shit that was super not cool. A lot of what I saw really bothered me. And because homie was fucked up, but I knew she was in love and wouldn't leave despite being beaten up and punched in the chest in hotel rooms, choked and forced into shit I don't want to embarrass anyone with. I'm damn happy you saved her. You were in the right place when she was finally strong enough to leave. Blessings. I tried to reach out when I heard about her suit because I know the situation intimately for almost 8 years. I'm glad she got something, probably not near what she deserves, but if she's happy, that's all that matters. Best to you and your family. I really want her to know. Please tell her Clayton says he's happy she made it out. This was your letter in 2023 when Cassie came out with the allegations against Diddy that you wrote to Cassie's husband on Instagram. That's your message. Now, all of a sudden, after Cassie got $30 million, now this is your message.
And I don't want to be rude and mean by saying that, but any woman who would just randomly let strange men she's attracted to orgasm inside of her is a cum dumpster. That's what she was. And she was lying to myself and dozens of other men while she was a cum dumpster for Diddy, and she could have possibly put my life in danger. So I totally think she should be criminally liable.
And you feel like you're a victim.
That's not what you said in the letter, though, dog. In the letter, when you wrote her husband, you said you saw all of it. You said you saw it for 8 years, intimate details. Not one time did you ever say in that message that you wrote originally, did you ever say, yo, man, Cassie, she was, hey, man, she was a part of it, man. I got to tell you. Then you go on your message and say, man, I was just, I didn't want to hurt him. I wanted to hit him with a velvet glove. And, I most definitely sent that message to Alex. Why would you do that? You admitted that you sent that message. In the same video last week that you put up, that you admitted that you wrote that message to her husband, you said that you're not a liar. You said Clayton Howard is no liar, ladies and gentlemen. But then you went on to say that you lied. Make it make sense.
And I don't want to be rude and mean by saying that, but any woman who would just randomly let strange men she's attracted to orgasm inside of her is a cum dumpster. That's what she was. And she was lying.
You said that about her, but you also told Art of Dialogue that you had 5 other families or husbands and wives and husbands that gave their wives to you. You said that. So this wasn't like it was something that was new. And then you said this. You said after you found out who Cassie and Diddy was, that you still took the money to continue doing the sex work. So you did find out who they were eventually, but you kept taking money when they asked you, did you want to stay and keep coming? You kept coming back. And you told Art of Dialogue, because, man, the money was good. So which one is it? Did they force and traffic you against your will? Or did they ask you, yo, you want to keep having sex? We'll pay you more money. And you say yes. That's the question. I would love to debate you on that, Clayton. I would open up this whole platform to you.
And I don't want to be rude and mean by saying that, but any woman who would just randomly let strange men she's attracted to orgasm inside of her is a cum dumpster. That's what she was. And she was lying to myself and dozens of other men while she was a cum dumpster for Diddy.
Now, you said she lied to you, but you also told Art of Dialogue that you had a girlfriend at that time. You told Art of Dialogue in the interview that you had a committed girlfriend that you loved. That's what you told him, right? Did you tell your girlfriend that you were having sex with another woman? Were you honest with your girlfriend? Because you said Cassie was not honest with you. But were you honest with your girlfriend at that time and tell your girlfriend that you were sticking ding-a-ling in Cassie in front of Diddy while he watched and choked his chicken? I'm just asking you a question, dog. I would love to debate you. I would let you have a whole channel, 3 hours, I'll debate you straight. Because you can't beat me because I'm going to bring the truth. And because it's what you said. All I'm doing is playing your words.
And I don't want to be rude. Everybody in that situation. And I don't want to be rude and mean by saying that. But any woman who would just randomly let strange men she's attracted to orgasm inside of her is a cum dumpster. That's what she was. And she was lying to myself and dozens of other men while
Cool. She was lying to you and dozens of other men. Did you lie to your girlfriend about being in a relationship? Meaning, did you not tell your girlfriend that you were sleeping with other women? Unprotected? But Cassie's the tool. She's a garden tool, right? Cassie is she's the only person in the situation you say that's a seed dumpster. Make it make sense.
and I don't want to be rude and mean by saying that, but any woman who would just randomly let strange men she's attracted to orgasm inside of her.
But you randomly put your beefcake inside of a random woman. How do I know that? Because you said you didn't know who Cassie and Diddy were when you went over there and did that. You said they had costumes on. Is that right? You also said that Cassie showed you her test results and they came back clean. You said in the interview with Other Dialogue that Cassie gave you test results and that they were cleaned, her test results.
And I don't want to be rude and mean by saying that, but any woman who would just randomly let strange men she's attracted to orgasm inside of her is a cum dumpster. That's what she was. And she was lying to myself and dozens of other men while she was a cum dumpster for Diddy, and she could have possibly put my life in danger. So I totally think she should be criminally liable.
How did she lie to you? What did she lie about? You said that she said, yo, you want to have sex? I just want to know what he said she lied to him about. Because I want to ask you that question, Clayton. Because you said that she lied to you. How can she lie to you if she says, hey, so you come there, you admitted to Other Dialogue that you've done this like over 5 other families, right? Where you said the husband would give the wife to you. I got that on tape in the interview, full interview, uncut. So you've done that before. You said, right? Y'all hear me now, chat, right? He says that Cassie, he didn't know her identity. You never said that they forced you to stay in that room. You said that once you went in there and it was going to go beyond dancing to sex, that they asked you, did you want to have sex for money? You said you agreed. You said you agreed. Then you continue to agree and you continue to go back and have sex for money. Then when you found out who Cassie and Diddy were, they asked you, did you want to continue having sex? They asked you, according to your words, and you agreed to continue to have sex for money. You even stated in the interview that after one session, it went long, they asked you, yo, you want to stay and do some more hours? And you said that you asked them, well, how much more money are you going to charge me? And they said, well, the same time, same pay. You said, hey, cool, no problem, I'll do it. So how is that deceiving you at that point when you actually found out who they were that you continued? Dog, you can't beat me at this, bro. I dare you to come up here and debate me.
And I don't want to be rude and mean by saying that, but any woman who would just randomly let strange men she's attracted to orgasm inside of her is a cum dumpster. That's what she was. And she was lying to myself and dozens of other men while she was a cum dumpster for Diddy, and she could have possibly put my life in danger. So I totally think she should be criminally liable.
And you feel like you're a victim. Explain to the people why you feel that way.
Absolutely. And people, I read the comments. I read some of your comments too. People were attacking me. Oh, he's not a victim. How can he be a victim? He took the money. And the counter argument I have to that is that Cassie took money too. Cassie was going on $500,000 shopping sprees, flying all over the world. I got a couple of $1,000s and flown to Miami.
So that means Cassie was a victim too, just like you, right? So if you got money and Cassie got money, And y'all both was victims, right? According to your terminology.
And I don't want to be rude and mean by saying that, but any woman who would just randomly let strange men she's attracted to orgasm inside of her is a cum dumpster. That's what she was. And she was lying to myself and dozens of other men while she was a cum dumpster for Diddy, and she could have possibly put my life in danger. So I totally think she should be criminal.
So she could have put your life in danger, right? Even though you continue to sleep with her unprotected. But did you put your girlfriend's life in danger? Because you said you had a committed girlfriend at the same time. Did you tell your girlfriend? And I'm gonna ask you this question, Clayton. And if you was up here to debate me, I'd ask you to your face. Then this is the question I have to ask you. If that's the case, does your girlfriend have a right to sue you for not disclosing information to her that you were having unprotected sex with other people at the same time you were having unprotected sex with her? So does your girlfriend have a right to sue you for that? Because you're saying that you have a right to sue Diddy and Cassie for that. So does your girlfriend have a right to sue you for those grounds?
And I don't want to be, and she was lying to myself and dozens.
Why you feel that way?
Absolutely. And people, I read the comments. I read some of your comments too. People were attacking me. Oh, he's not a victim. How can he be a victim? He took the money. And the counter argument I have to that is that Cassie took money too. Cassie was going on $500,000 shopping sprees, flying all over the world. I got a couple of $1,000s and flown to Miami. Considering the fact that I was there for days, they would lie to me and tell me I was coming for 24 hours, and they would basically keep
me. What do you mean lie to you? You didn't say that. In the other interview, you said they asked you, did you want to stay more hours? You literally said that in the other interview with our dialogue. You said, yo, Cassie came to me, said, yo, we want you to stay for more hours. You was like, they was like, how much time? You was like, then they told you, then you was like, they said the same time. You said, well, the same pay? Yeah, okay, cool, no problem. You said, you literally said that in the interview, though. I'm gonna play it for you.
And I don't want to be rude in comments. I read some of your comments too for 24 hours, and they would basically keep me by keeping my phone in my clothes for days, not allowing me to leave.
That's not what you said. That's not what you said in the other interview, though. In the other interview, you said they asked you, though, did you want to stay for more time? That's what you said in the other interview. In the first interview you did with our dialogue, you said they asked you, bro. Matter of fact, let's go to that interview. Let's go to that interview. I got that interview right here, Playboy. You know me, man. I don't miss Clayton. I don't miss, dog. I don't miss nothing, bro. I'm too sharp. I'm too sharp, homie. I don't miss. I don't miss. This is pure, unadulterated greatness.
I go to see Cassie and want to like blow up the fact that she was just sleeping with everybody raw. So this encounter, we did wear condoms, and the objective was like if you ejaculated, to take the condom off. She gets me some money. I can't remember how much it was off the top of my head now, but she comes back, she gives me a wad of cash, and she was like, yo, how long can you stay?
Here we go right here.
With listen to this, baseball cap.
Listen to this, y'all. And he this is his first interview with All the Dialogue. Listen to what he says about staying extra time. This is the first interview he did.
Immediately grabbed a bottle of baby oil, went to the dark corner, sat in the corner. Cassie comes up to me. She starts talking to me, complimenting my body, my chest. She asked Diddy, can she begin? Can she touch me?
Now, see,
he told her no.
Asked Diddy. Now he's telling y'all that Cassie was controlling shit and that she was doing this. But at the same time, he's saying that she had to ask Diddy. Well, if she running the show, why the fuck she got to ask Diddy? Make it make sense, Playboy. Why would Cassie have to ask Diddy if she can touch you? Y'all got to use y'all brains. Don't play stupid. We're not doing that over here. Smash the like button, bro. We should have a whole lot of likes in this chat room. Smash the like button. I'm just keeping it 100. I'm keeping it $100. That's all I'm doing. If she had to ask Diddy before she did anything with you, how did she control the situation? She had to ask for permission. That's your words. Play it again. Play your words again. Because sometimes, you get mixed up and you don't know what you said. You know what I'm saying, dog? I feel you, dog.
Later, she called me again. And she's like, yo, are you around? And I'm like, oh, okay. I guess you couldn't get enough. She said, no, I've been thinking about
See?
you, the whole
I guess you
confidentiality
couldn't get
about
enough. He said, I told her, I guess you couldn't get enough.
self and bringing this before the media. But I used to have sex with Cassie. Cassie used to come like that. Literally like that. I don't know how, like, I watched her and Diddy have sex. He wasn't doing what I was doing. I would have sex with her in maybe 5 minutes. She'd squirt and come all over the place. She was an incredibly sexual young woman. Incredibly sexual.
When was the next time y'all met up after the first meeting?
Well, after that encounter, it went for probably, I want to say, a little under a day.
Under a day.
But the funny part is when I was leaving, Cassie actually comes to me and she's like, yo, that was great. Can you stay longer?
Can you stay longer?
I had been
They
there
asked
maybe
you.
12 hours already. So
They
I'm
asked
like,
you. They didn't for
you're
you.
going to pay me
Hold up,
again,
time out,
right?
time out,
And she
time
said,
out.
absolutely.
Time
Hold
out,
on.
time
She
out,
goes,
time out, y'all. He said, oh man, it was forcing me to stay longer hours. And no. You said right here that Cassie came to you and asked you. That's your own words, dog. I would debate you any day, Clayton. I'm just playing your own words. You said Cassie asked you, did you want to stay longer? And then offered you more money that you accepted. Let's play that, brother. Let's play that, brother. Because see, you can't do this with me, dog. I'm a whole different breed. I'm a whole different breed. I'm not one of these capping ass niggas out here. No, that's not how I roll, Clayton.
baby oil on, and that was my education that night into how the next 8 years would be.
So he was cool with a man having a bigger manhood than him. He was turned on by that.
Yes, he was. There were even encounters where I remember specifically with the gentleman who testified first for the trial, Daniel Phillip. I remember when this guy paid us for the orgy with Cassie, that he was actually looking at me and Daniel Phillip, and he was like, yo, if I had you guys, you know, like manhood, I wouldn't even have to work. I wouldn't have to do nothing. And me and Daniel Phillip looked at each other like, whoa, what the hell is he talking about? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Do you think he hired you because you can please Cassie in ways he couldn't?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I don't like to talk this way about Cassie because she does deserve the respect of the confidentiality of our sexual encounter. But I think she kind of forwent that by speaking about it herself and bringing this before the media. But when I used to have sex with Cassie, Cassie used to come like that. Literally like that. I don't know how, like, I watched her and Diddy have sex. He wasn't doing what I was doing. I would have sex with her in maybe 5 minutes. She'd squirt and come all over the place. She was an incredibly sexual young woman. Incredibly sexual.
When was the next time y'all met up after the first meeting?
Well, after that encounter, it went for probably, I want to say, a little under a day. But the funny part is when I was leaving, Cassie actually comes to me and she's like, yo, that was great. Can you stay long?
Clay dog. You said that they force you to stay all these, but you also say right here in this interview, man, you said, oh, but when I was leaving, but you said they was holding your shit. So how did you leave? You said when you was leaving, they asked you. She asked you, not forced you. You said she asked you, hey, man, you want to stay more hours? Make it make sense, dog. We got to make it make sense, dog. It's always got to make sense. On every single level, it's got to make sense, dog. We can't just come out here saying anything, brother. That's not how it works. Now, let's get through this part right here, because I want to clarify that you said that you accepted it, not that they forced you to accept it. Now, let's play that. You said you accepted it. Here we go right here.
Encounter. I don't think I actually ejaculated the entire time.
Hold on.
Because she situation, Diddy was not well endowed and she just needed somebody to fill her and satisfy her. So I really believed at this time that was my role, that I was only being called in because this rich and powerful, she gets me some money. I can't remember how much it was off the top. Confidentiality of our sexual encounter. But I think she kind of forwent that by speaking about it herself and bringing this before the media. But when I used to have sex with Cassie, Cassie used to come like that. Literally like that. I don't know how, like, I watched her and Diddy have sex. He wasn't doing what I was doing. I would have sex with her in maybe 5 minutes. She'd squirt and come all over the place. She was an incredibly sexual young woman. Incredibly sexual.
When was the next time y'all met up after the first meeting?
Listen to what he said.
Well, after that encounter, it went for probably, I want to say, a little under a day. But the funny part is when I was leaving, Cassie actually comes to me and she's like, yo, that was great. Can you stay longer?
You can.
I had been there maybe 12 hours already. So I'm like, you're going to pay me again, right?
Oh,
and
she said,
absolutely. Right? Hold on.
Absolutely.
She goes upstairs. She gets me some money. I can't remember how much it was off the top of my head now, but she comes back. She gives me a wad of cash and she was like, yo, how long can you stay? And, you know, basically, honestly, I told her, well, how long are you going to pay me? She said the same amount. I said, as long as you want me to stay, that's the same amount of time.
As long as you want me to stay.
You know, you give me the same amount, bro. I'm going to give you the same time. So I stay with her. We have an excellent, you know, like encounter. It goes really well. I liked Cassie when I met her. Cassie's a very down-to-earth woman. She's polite. She has excellent energy. There's really no way you could not like Cassie when you meet her. This is the truth. She's a very, very affable and nice person. So I was actually kind of surprised where like 2-3 weeks later, she called me again and she's like, yo, are you around? And I'm like, oh, okay. I guess you couldn't get enough. She said, no, I've been thinking about you the whole time. What's up? Can you come meet me at the same place? I said, all right. I go back to the London hotel. I meet her in the same place. The same thing happens again.
I went back. That's what he said.
Word for word with the freak offs as far as the baby oil, the stages of a freak off until we finally had intercourse. And then I left to the next time.
He said, yeah.
Did they give you any rules when it came to the freak offs?
I never was given a role. I was never even told the name of this was a freak off.
Let me tell you something. Sex trafficking is about force, fraud, or coercion. They didn't force them, right? Now he's saying fraud because he didn't know who they were, but when he did find out who they were, he kept going. And he's willingly saying that, hey man, they offered me bread and I took it. So where's the coercion at? That's all I'm asking you.
As far as with this case, until I started hearing this and with Cassie putting the lawsuit and the fact that the U.S. Attorney's Office was marketing him as making this freak off.
Putting a lawsuit, but you told Cassie's husband that everything she put in the lawsuit was true.
Yes, Diddy and Cassie themselves referred it to a sexathon, but they called me. Daniel Phillip was already there. Cassie actually calls me and she's like, yo, you know, do you mind watching me with another guy? And I did, you know, because I had never been involved with her and someone else. I kind of really thought it was a monogamous situation.
He said,
Diddy was not well endowed, and she just needed somebody to fill her and satisfy her. So I really believed at this time that was my role, that I was only being called in because this rich and
see, he said he felt the way. You felt the way with other niggas who was packing beefcake. You didn't feel away with Diddy because you didn't feel like Diddy was on your level beefcake wise. Is that what it was, Clayton? I'm asking you.
I'm like, wow, this chick is.
So if it was another man that had a beefcake, right? You had a problem watching that, but you ain't had a problem watching Diddy because you felt like, all right, Diddy ain't doing nothing with me.
Like, oh, like she loves it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did look at her different.
And you said this lasted 2 days, right?
It lasted 2 days, about a day and a half, 2 days.
How does that work? Because I know y'all not having sex for 2 days straight. So what is y'all doing in between time?
It's in like stages or what you want to call like sessions. So let's say like in that encounter, I remember specifically like myself, Daniel Phillip, and Diddy might, you know, all three run a train on her. She gets a little exhausted, so she needs a break. They go into the master suite. Me and Daniel Phillip wait in the other room until they're ready again. So basically what happens is you have the session until Cassie has an orgasm. Once Cassie has an orgasm, she usually needs a break. So she'll retire to the master suite, and we're forced to pretty much sit there and wait till she's recuperated enough to come back for another orgasm. And that's how it would last 2-3 days. Let's say we had sex with her for an hour or two. She might take an hour and a half break. She'll come back. She wants some more. Then she might go take a 2 or 3 hour break. She'll come back. She wants some more. That's pretty much how it went so long.
And where were y'all climax at? Would y'all do that on Cassie, or would y'all get a towel? And, you know, I don't know. How does that work?
Well, we all wore condoms this encounter because it was 3 of us there. And I'm pretty sure she didn't want to like blow up the fact that she was just sleeping with everybody raw. So this encounter, we did wear condoms. And the objective was like if you ejaculated, to take the condom off and kind of like try to put it on her. I was honestly grossed out by this encounter. I don't think I actually ejaculated the entire time, because she used to, like, she would orgasm so quick that she would be like, wait, because she came, and she would push me up. And this literally went on for 2 days, where like she would orgasm, I would get close, and I wouldn't. So you can imagine the experience, the feeling of blue balls I had leaving there, continually having sex with this woman and never orgasming.
Right. So you was in the sister thing. Not only was you watching, but you was actually involved too.
I joined in because Diddy, when I got to the apartment, I really didn't want to do it. But Diddy comes to me after like maybe 30 minutes sitting there, like, what's up, Playboy? What you gonna do? It was either put out or get out. So I kind of had to put out and engage in the situation
or get out. Didn't say put out or we're gonna break your neck. Put out or, you know, we're gonna hurt you or harm you or force you. Do you want to do this? If you don't, get out. How is that against your will? Make it make sense, Clayton. I need you to come up here and answer these questions, dog.
Out to me that saw Cassie, and they're like, bro, you got so much courage, bro, because everything you're saying is right. She was with this. This is what she did. And we tried to tell the U.S. attorney. They didn't want to listen to us.
Yeah, they didn't want to listen because
you had Cassie with
they didn't want to listen because listen to your story, dog. They didn't want to listen because they had the message you sent to Cassie lying. And they knew if they put you on the stand and you told a lie, they'll bust your ass wide open. So why would they put a dude with so many lies and contradictions on the stand? Make it make sense. Why would I put a guy like you on the stand if I'm the government? I wouldn't put no guy like you who has so many inconsistent statements, who wrote that letter to Alex Fine and all this other stuff. I would never put a guy like you on the stand. You're not trustworthy.
Everything. So if you take them, you have a bunch of energy, and like your nerves are, every nerve in your body is alive because you have the sexual sensation to continue to go forward. So with drugs like these, you just stay up and you don't even realize that you're up so long because you're kind of like having fun. You feel good. So you're constantly having sex. Before you know it, you start in the morning. It's nighttime. You might doze off for maybe 30 minutes, start having sex again. By the time you finish, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. We fall asleep for a few hours. We wake up 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning, order breakfast, start again. And before you know it, you're 3-4 days in, dehydrated, brain feel like marshmallow from all the drugs that you've been taking for 3 or 4 days. And your body's sore, you're marked up. Like I used to be bruised as far as my penile shaft from obsessive masturbation of her standing there, making me stroke myself so she can see my member. I don't recall the extended sessions that were 3-4 days to ever end well. Like I was always bruised up. I always had like scarring and tears on my penis. I would always be completely dehydrated and out of it for days. The long encounters were usually the worst.
Man. And Diddy, he got mad at you because you was having sex with Cassie behind his back, right?
No, I never had sex with her behind his back.
Never
she was
had
contacting
sex with her
me behind his back. You know, after a while, the sex got really good after a while. So, you know, as a woman, as a human being, she wants to connect with the person that's making her feel like this. We had a lot in common. Her birthday's August 26th. My birthday's August 26th. So we're birth Virgos. She's really into astrology. So, you know, us just being people who believe in certain things. Imagine meeting a woman and you having sex with her and it's great. And then one day you find out you and her are born on the same day. That's something that you're going to be like, wow, is this a coincidence? So I think that's what kind of really strengthened our relationship to the point where she started to want to know more about me. So she would contact me, tell me how great the sex was, ask me for penis pictures, just ask me what I was doing during the day. And this actually went on, I want to say, for 6 or 8 months until I saw Diddy and her maybe 6 or 8 months into this. And I walk into the suite and like the first thing he does is he presses me. Walks up to me in my face like, yo, man, why you texting my girl behind my back? So, you know, I kind of back up like, what are you talking about? He's like, yo, I went through her phone. It's texting there. Y'all not supposed to be texting. This is something that's a swinging activity for me and her. You shouldn't be trying to get at her behind me. I'm like, dude, no, I'm not. She's texting me, bro. I'm not texting her. And if you got a problem with me texting her, I won't answer no more. So Cassie stepped in. She admitted that she was texting me. She claimed she told him that she was texting me to build up desire for the fantasies for the next time we saw each other. But Diddy wasn't trying to hear that. He said, listen, dude, don't answer my girl if she texts you. You don't text him again. So he basically put us both on notice not to contact each other without him.
So
Now
he
here's the
was
thing. She
controlling
actually
everything.
did keep contacting me after that, but I stopped answering because I believed it was a trap. I thought she was trying to set me up, like trying to see if I would answer, despite the fact he told me not to. So I just stopped answering her.
And you said that Cassie, she would disrespect Diddy when it came to his penis size, right?
Not directly, but inadvertently, yes. Like she would laugh at him after she and I had sex. She might smirk at him. Let's say she and I had an encounter and he tried to get on top of her after that. You know, the comparison of the two inside of her was probably noticeably different. So a few times she would catch him smirking, laughing, stuff like that. And he asked her, like, yo, what's so funny? And let's say she didn't give him the right answer, he'll kick her, he'll push her. That's really where the domestic violence came from. The domestic violence came from the fact that she would emasculate him. She would do things that let him know he had a small penis, that she really wasn't trying to hear what he was saying. Diddy's an arrogant, petty dude, bro. He's not trying to hear that. He's super competitive. He believes he's supposed to be in control. So his woman trying to like embarrass him in front of me is a no-no. That's why he used to hit her.
Speaking of being competitive, he used to compete with you, right? Well, who can have sex with her better?
Yeah. Every time, you know, like let's say me and her were going, and you know, I don't like going into detail about our encounters, even though I have. I kind of had to go into them because she's trying to pretend like Dave isn't as significant as he really was, and that's not the case, Cassie. We both know what time it was. So Diddy would watch she and I have
Hold on.
sex, and you know, it was hot. He
Hold
sit
on.
there, he's
But
high out of his face on
dog,
E.
they didn't reveal your name. So you saying, oh, since she revealed it and put it out there, they didn't reveal your name. You only went by the name of Dave, bro. They never revealed your real name. Right? At that time, they didn't. At that time during the trial, they hadn't revealed your name. They didn't say, hey, this is Clayton Howard. That came out later.
See that. So she would emasculate him with that. She definitely would. She would let him know that his penis was small. Definitely.
And Cassie, she used to ask you to urinate on her, right?
Oh, she asked me to urinate her for about a year and a half, dude.
Oh wow.
And yeah, every time I saw her, she would beg me to urinate her, to tell me how she likes it to trickle down her chest. She likes the warm feeling as it goes over her breast. And you know, in the beginning, I didn't really know her.
Bro, this guy's full of crap, man. He's full of crap, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, hey chat, I have some breaking news for y'all. For everybody that's in here, I have some breaking news. And what I'm going to do is very sad, man. You know, I kind of figured that this would kind of, you know, rear its ugly head, as I want to say. Damn, I'm saddened by this, to be honest with y'all. I'm trying to figure out how I should do it, or not do it, how I should say it. Yeah, man. I'm going to talk about this because this is bad. I'm definitely going to talk about this. This is bad, man. So, everybody that's watching, make sure that you guys I don't know why they did this shit, man. It's bad, bro. Damn. Hold on one second, you guys, man. Just give me 1 second, y'all. Dog. Yeah, chat. Just give me 1 second. . Just give me a second, chat. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all, man. I just had to check something real quick behind the scenes. That's why I stopped. That's exactly why I stopped. Hold on, you guys. One second. Okay, I got it. All right, I'm gonna put it out right now. Yeah, I'm gonna drop it right now. I'm gonna drop the info. I'm just gonna tell everybody so they know what I'm talking about. All right, I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna tell everybody in the chat. Yeah, I'm on live right now. Yeah, I saw it. I just saw what you sent. I just saw it. Oh shit! Damn, man. Why you do that shit, bro? Damn. This don't start as something else. Stupid. Dumbass. Yo, man. Yo, y'all click the link. I'm going live. I pinned it right there in the chat, man. I'm going live in a different video right now. This shit, though, they don't start a whole. This is about to be a race war, man. Bro, y'all click the link. It's right there pinned at the top of the comments. I'm going live right now.
Hey, we always appreciate the support, and if you guys want to do so, you can use the Cash App or PayPal links. They'll be in the description box below this video or pinned at the top of the comments. The top donators will be announced every month. All right, you guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all cop the merch, and make sure that you get the weight loss formula. The links to that will be in the description box below this video. Check out our next video coming up right now.